I have news for you. Your room is now gone. So don't ever come back home, okay? Dad is gone, you know. Strangers have no right to be in my house. Hey, Haley. How have you been? How are you? Hello? Did you read what I said? I said you should never come over here again. Oh yeah, you did say that. What's going on, sis? I should not come home? I remember you used to say that to me when we were kids. We fight a lot when we were kids. It was good times, LOL. I'm not joking. I'm serious. What? Are you serious about that? No way you are serious about it, sis. It's not a funny joke. Why can't you take me seriously? I told you, you are a stranger to me from now on. So don't you ever call me sis. What? Is that so? I'm not your sister anymore. Then who are you? I told you, we are strangers now. We're just stepsisters. But now, you're not family to me anymore. I see. Now that Dad is dead, you're treating me this way. That's what I meant. I'm glad you are not that stupid to understand simple things. IKR, LOL, I'm a genius. You are so annoying all the time. You do have a brain, but you act dumb all the time like that. Anyways, I'm not your sister anymore, so I'm going to ask you to get the hell out. Mom is so supportive and happy about it. It's annoying to see strangers in our house, you know, so get out as soon as possible. I see. You decided everything, huh? This is how it's supposed to be. Really? Or is there any other reason? You missed me while I was working overseas, didn't you? That's why you're sulking and asking me to leave, right? When I get back, I'm going to give you a lot of hugs. I miss you too, sis. Ew! Stop it! I'm about to get angry. Oh, you're not mad at me yet. What's the matter with you? But seriously, what's going on all of a sudden? I'm paying for rent. There's no reason for me to leave. Huh? Don't make me laugh. The money that you're giving is not enough. What? Out of the $1,600 in rent, I was contributing with my dad. About $800 every month. Yeah, that's not enough. The rent is $1,600. Don't say that you are paying rent when you are only paying half of it. You should pay the half with Mom, you know, because the four of us live together. Are you stupid? I'm unemployed and my mom is a housewife. How are we supposed to pay for it? What? Unemployed? You're not looking for a job yet? How many years have you been saying you'll get a job? Shut up! It's none of your business. Also, even though I don't live there anymore, I have been paying $250 for utilities too. So what? That's still not enough. That's not even enough to cover the rent. So what's with that attitude? Just transfer the money now and all the money you haven't paid enough up to now. Are you serious now? I'm overseas and don't live in a house and you're asking me to pay for that? It's ridiculous. Shut up! Who do you think you are? We're in trouble, get it? Your mother and I have been nice to you. Normally, a stepsister deserves to be bullied. Did you forget how we took care of you? Just transfer the money quickly. I can't believe what you are saying right now, LOL. I don't even live here and I'm paying you that much. You should be thanking me instead. You guys can work and take care of the rest yourselves. You're not paying it all alone, you know. What's with that attitude? Your father's dead. There's no one to defend you in this house. You're just a stepsister. You should know your position. I don't need anyone to protect me. I got my own back. I'm an independent woman. So annoying. Oh, also, I've already sold all your stuff. Huh? Don't tell me you sold my expensive figurines too. Oh, those cartoon character dolls? I got a lot of good money out of it. I'm surprised those things are worth that much. I'm glad you didn't throw them away. I was going to sell them anyway. Well, you saved me a lot of trouble. Thank you for doing that for me. You know what? I used that money to buy expensive bags. You're welcome. What? You already spent it? I take back what I said. Why did you spend it without my permission? Of course I did. I don't want you to come back and beg me for that money. Seriously? It's money you made by selling my stuff. I think you're the one who's begging for money from me. What's in our house is ours. Wow, you implemented new rules in the house. Shut up! My turn. Activate facepalm. What the fuck are you talking about? I thought that's how we should talk, because everything you say does not make any sense. Stop it! Oh, and I forgot to mention something important. There's more? Let me hear what kind of shocking news you have for me. I stole your fiancé. My fiancé? Jim, of course. He works for a very big company, right? What? What did you do? It was more shocking than I expected. I thought he was too good for you. I've had my eye on him for a long time. You got transferred overseas and he was feeling lonely. I made a little move on him and he's all over me now. Did you tell him about my dad? Of course I did. I was acting miserable and he fell for it easily. Well, I'm prettier than you, so it's normal that he will choose me over you. I guess. He said, I will be your knight in shining armor. Cringe. LOL. Did he say that? LOL. So, Jim will be supporting my family from now on. By the way, he's already living in your room. Okay, I wish you all the best. What? That's it? Stop being jealous. LOL. I'm not jealous. Stop pretending. I know you're crying. To be honest, it's sad to realize that my little sister and I grew up together, did terrible things like this to me. You mean your little cute sister, right? Well, I'm not your sister anymore. No, you've been bullying me for a long time, and I've never thought you are cute. Well, I'm not that surprised by what you did. Shut up! Stop acting cool! You're a miserable nerd whose fiancé got stolen by her prettier sister. Mom is laughing at you too. What? I told her you're in a lot of trouble. She said we could finally cut off ties with freeloaders like you. She's very happy. Ouch. That hurt my feelings so much. Stop being sarcastic. I'll say it again. I've been paying my rent, so don't call me a freeloader. That's ridiculous. It's true that I'm just a stepsister, but I was the one who supported you all. Who do you think you are? You can't even pay the full rent. You were staying at our family's house. Stop being cocky just because you were paying a little bit of money. Ouch. I've been a good big sister to you all my life. So you are kicking me out of the house? I told you already. I can't live with you because you are a stranger to us. I've thrown away all my stuff. Can you get out of my house now? I see. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. I'll move into a penthouse. Huh? What? Penthouse? Stop pretending that you are rich. How could you move to a place like that? Or are you being delusional again? You're so stupid, LOL. I'm not lying. I succeeded in starting my own business, so I could buy a place like that. What? Have you started a business? I thought you were overseas for work. Yes, I was. I was building up my career before I start my own business. You're lying, right? What's the point of lying here? After I came back from overseas, I was planning to move out of our house. Oh, I was wondering why you were so clean. That was the reason. I sorted out a few things before I went abroad. I left some things in my room that could be worth money. I was thinking about using that money for your moving expenses. I'm glad you sold it before I told you. But you used the money for yourself. You rush things too much, you know. Moving expenses? What do you mean? I was thinking about getting a new place recently. After I move out, there will be extra room in our house. I thought Haley and Mom would be better off living in a separate place, with just the two of you being unemployed. You wouldn't be able to afford the rent, right? You never told me about that, sis. Hey, sis, can we live in the penthouse together? We're family, right? What's wrong with you now? You're the one who said I'm a stranger. Of course, there's no reason for us to live together. Are you going to abandon your pretty little sister? You're the one who said you'd kick me out of the house. That's a joke, of course. I wish you'd tell a funnier joke. You don't have a good sense of humor. Well, the same goes for me though. Ha 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 ha. It's not funny. We've been close sisters all the time. Why are you suddenly abandoning us? You've been mean to me all along. Do you have dementia? That's not true. You want us to get into trouble? Fine. Then I'll get all the inheritance, right? Dad's inheritance is all mine. Shut up! Stop talking nerdy to me. It's so cringe. But what? What do you mean inheritance is all yours? Well, let me explain. All of Dad's inheritance is on me. Seriously? How is that possible? There's no way that's true. I never heard about it. Even if you haven't heard, it's true. Remember, I'm blood related to Dad. Also, it was written in my dad's will. No way! Do you want to hear something more crazy? My dad and your mom, they weren't married at all. Really? So what? What does that have to do with inheritance? It means that your mom has zero right to receive it. What do you mean zero right? Even if they weren't married, we live together. So of course we have rights. Nope, you don't. Dad didn't marry Mom on purpose to give me full right to receive the inheritance. Grandpa told me about it. So what? So that means you're a stranger to me and also to my dad. How can a stranger have the right to an inheritance? Do you get it now? You're lying! I'm sorry, sis. I don't care about that. What? I don't care about your rights. Give us the inheritance as shortfall rent for the time you lived in our house. We've been very kind to you. You'll have to pay us a gratitude fee on top of that. Did you hear what I said? I paid more than half of the rent even though I didn't live here. I even tried to leave you money for moving. Then, what did you do? You bought a brand bag. I deserve that bag after taking care of you. Give me money now, in cash. Are you robbing me, sis? LOL. It's so unreasonable. Because I can't pay $1,600 rent. You can't just abandon us like this. You're the one who asked me to leave. You're letting Jim live in my room, right? Oh, that's right. You must be depressed that your fiancé was taken away from you. Are you jealous? Come back here with the money. Then we can forgive you. You're all messed up. Didn't you say that Jim will support you from now on? Oh, yes. He said he's working for a famous trading company. Well, that's true. Then I should ask Jim to buy us a penthouse. I'm so smart. I don't know about that. What? I know you are jealous. Well, it's hard to say, but... What is it? Speak up. He is just a mailman in that company. What? He delivers mail in the office. It's just a part-time job. I don't think he could afford to get a penthouse with that kind of job. No way. You think? But he still works for a big company. The salary should be good too, right? I don't think so. But I know that he can't afford to get a penthouse, LOL. Why don't you ask him? You're lying, right? Nope, it's all true. But you got engaged. About that, he was lying to you about it. What? We were together for a while, but we've already broken up. What? You didn't say that to me. Why did you break up? Because he doesn't do anything. He never helps with chores, and all the mess he makes, it's just crazy. No way! And he uses my money like his own money. He asks me to get stuff that he never uses. I'm the one who pays for everything when we go out. He has no future in his career, and his salary is lower than mine. But he makes me do the housework, and he's so bossy. I would never get engaged with that kind of man. I've already agreed to live with him. How's his room? LOL. It's kind of dirty, but he just moved in, so... See? I told you. I assure you, the room won't get any cleaner. It's getting dirtier by the day. You made a great decision, sis. But he loves me. Loves you? LOL. What? I know you are jealous, but you are so sarcastic. Sis, take a deep breath and listen to me. What now? I think he heard that your dad passed away recently. I think he's just after the inheritance, you know? But don't take it so personally. This is just an ex-girlfriend's guess. And even if Jim was after the inheritance, everything will be fine as long as there's love in your relationship. No way that's true. That's too cruel. I don't need this man anymore. I had nothing to do with this. You are his ex-girlfriend. You're his current girlfriend, right? That's too irresponsible. Hello? Haley, who was so happy to steal someone's fiancé? You, right? Shut up! Help me, please! At least let me live in the penthouse. I can't afford the rent, and I'll have no place to live. What am I going to do now? Me, my mom, and Jim, we will have no place to live. Shut up and get a job, bitch. What? How long are you going to live depending on others? You just making excuses and talking nonsense. You're the one who looked down on me like I'm a stranger, aren't you? Why are you suddenly so mad? I'm the one who worked hard to start a successful business. I'm not going to pay another dime to people like you. I am just a stranger to you, right? Don't be so harsh. Sis, listen, I'm doing my best too. How many years are you being unemployed? My dad paid for you to go to college. You don't even want to get a job, don't you? It's just not ready. You're not even trying to find a job. So what's the point of being ready? You're just being lazy because we're paying your rent. And now you want your stepsister to support you? Hey, calm down! And you tried to take advantage of me by stealing my ex-boyfriend? Why don't you go out in the world and get your guts kicked in? Well, you're a stranger to me. You are no longer a part of my life. I'll cut you off as you wish. Goodbye. Wait a minute, sis! I'm sorry! I was mean! Can you stop calling me sis? Whatever you say, it's too late. Don't you ever try to involve in my life ever again. I hope your life gets back on track. About my stupid ex-boyfriend. Michelle found out that he had quit his job because he was planning on relying on the inheritance. Haley and her mother, who could never afford the rent, finally started looking for a job. However, job hunting was very difficult for the two. In the end, they barged into my home. Of course, I just ignored them, LOL. The two had to borrow money because their landlord also collected their overdue rent. They were both left to live miserable lives, struggling with debt. Well, they treated people so unreasonably. I guess this is what you call karma.
Happy birthday, Mom! At last, you've reached your 65th. Enjoy your golden year from now on. Thank you, Harper. I still have to work a little more, though. I'm retiring at the end of this month. Time flew by. Seems long, but feels short, you know. You and Dad both worked hard. Thank you so much for that. Now you guys can take it a bit easier. Maybe pursue a hobby? Maybe find a new part-time job? Actually, I haven't told you or anyone else yet, but we're thinking of going on a trip. Wow, that sounds great. Where are you planning to go? Camping? Or do you want to go abroad? No. You know what? We're going on a round-the-country road trip. Around the country? Seriously? That's amazing. It's been a lifelong dream, you know. We planned to do this once the kids were grown up and we were done with work. We always thought it was something way off in the future, but suddenly it's now. Thinking about it, I'm getting all excited. I had no idea you guys had that plan. I mean, no one really knew. We decided on it long before you were even born. We've been diligently saving up and planning, even mapping out the route on the map, deciding where to go and all. We've already arranged to lease a camper van. I had no clue you guys had such a grand dream. But now that I think about it, it's so you guys. You've got that spirit of adventure. After retirement, you won't be satisfied with an ordinary senior life, huh? Always keeping the heart of a child. Isn't that what makes a wonderful adult? Fulfilling childhood dreams with adult power. Having the money and time, it's something we could only do after retirement. You guys are going all out. You're amazing, Mom. Thanks, dear. So, we're planning to leave home for about a year. Don't worry, we're still in good health. We'll send photos and knickknacks from time to time and let you know that we're okay. You're going for a whole year? That's a long time. What are you going to do with your house during that time? Are you going to sell it? I have a lot of memories there, so that would be a little sad. We don't like the idea of giving it away either. So, my younger brother will take care of it while we're gone. Uncle Pete? Right. He's getting a new job near our place. I told him he doesn't need to pay rent in lieu of the management fee. He was all in without hesitation. He's single and unburdened, so having the rent covered is a big help. You guys have it all planned out perfectly. Well, if he's taking care of it, you can have peace of mind. He's a clean freak, so I'm sure he won't make a mess. Plus, he gets along well with Dad, so I'm sure he won't mind either. If he said no, we were planning on hiring a housekeeper, so we saved money by having him. It's a win-win situation for us. We're happy about it. And he's saving on rent. We have a little more money for our trip. Way to go! Enjoy your trip to the fullest. When are you setting off? The middle of next month. We've already started packing all the necessary stuff. Mentally, we're already raring to go. But we have to be patient for a bit longer until work's done for both of us. I'm glad to hear you're so excited. I'm surprised at the suddenness of it, but I hope you have a safe and fun trip. Tell me all about it when you get back. Of course. I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. Well, I have to prepare the handover documents. I'll call you when we're about to leave. Look forward to getting knickknacks in the mail from us.
Harper? What the heck is going on here? You've got to be kidding me. Explain it to me now.
Chloe? What's the matter all of a sudden? I mean, I told you not to contact me directly, didn't I? If you need me, go through Wayne.
I came to see your parents today. There's no one here, and there are no belongings inside. What does this mean? It's weird to suddenly disappear. Did they rack up massive debt and run away in the night? I don't need any multiple debtors as relatives, you know.
I don't know why you showed up at their house, but they're on a trip right now. They won't be back for a while.
On a trip? Leaving the house this empty? It looks like they've moved out completely. Is it really just a trip? Where on earth did they go?
Why should I tell you? What business do you have with them?
They're my son's in-laws. Nothing wrong to come and visit them, right? Anyway, where are they?
I don't know exactly where they're right now. They went on a road trip around the country.
A road trip? No way! Where did they get that kind of money?
They've been saving up since they were young. They saved up enough. The kids moved out, and their dream was to go on a round-the-country trip. They rented a camper van and set off about a month ago.
No way! Unbelievable! They tricked me! What scam artist? I can't believe my relatives were scammers! Oh my god!
Hold on. What are you talking about? Suddenly calling them scam artists?
They never told me that they had that kind of money. Then they could have at least lent me a little bit.
Excuse me? You wanted them to lend you some money? Why would they? And why are you talking about scam artists?
I kept asking them over and over again. I gave up because they refused every time, saying they have none. I can't believe they actually had it to go on such a trip. This has got to be a scam, right? They lied to me and cheated me.
Oh my god. You were asking them for money? Wow, that's just unbelievable. And on top of that, ranting about scam artists and making no sense. Aren't you embarrassed?
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm your husband's mother, which means I'm a higher rank than your parents. I allowed them to lend me money, but instead, they deceived me. And not only refused, but used it to go on a trip. This is a scam. I'm going to sue them.
What are you going to sue them for? To begin with, is there even an obligation to you? I mean, seriously?
Of course there is. It's common courtesy for the bride's family to contribute money to the groom's family. It was a chance for them to earn my favor, considering I'm of a higher rank than them. And you, why are you talking back? This is the part where you should be apologizing for their rudeness. Honestly, both you and your parents have no common sense.
Nah, come on.
Offering money? Which country do you think we're in? India? Asking for money and then threatening to sue because you got turned down. Isn't that where the lack of common sense lies? You're not joking, are you?
I'm dead serious. I'm really going to sue them. Don't underestimate me.
I can't believe I have to ask this, but you haven't forgotten what you did to me, have you?
What I did to you? What are you talking about?
Isn't it a little early for you to have dementia? You constantly bullied me, remember? Don't tell me you've forgotten.
I've never done such a thing. Don't you dare accuse me of something I didn't do.
Wait, what? Are you serious? Back when we were newlyweds, you went ahead and made a spare key to our new place without permission. You rummaged through my bags and drawers and stole my wallet and credit cards. You also took my clothes and accessories and sold them. And then you gambled away all the stolen money, didn't you? And let's not forget, when I was pregnant, you lied and said John was critically ill just to trick me into meeting you. And you tried to make me drink tea with tobacco in it. You even held me down and forced me to put it in my mouth, didn't you? Do you think my parents would lend money to someone who did that to their daughter? I don't think so. Most people would be considering compensation instead, you know.
Compensation? Despicable. Just so you know, that doesn't count as bullying. As a mother-in-law, I was disciplining my daughter-in-law. That kind of thing is normal in every family. As for your wallet, it's not proper for you to have too much money, so I just held on to it for safekeeping. Also, since you got married, you don't need fancy clothes and accessories, right? So, I helped to declutter. Lastly, about the pregnancy, I thought you weren't ready for a baby, so I tried to play the villain to make you give up. I was just being kind and trying to help you out. And now, you're accusing me of mistreatment? You're so ungrateful.
Seriously, you're out of your mind. It's no wonder your own son escaped from you. He won't even let you know where we live, and your means of communication are limited. You're in a half-estranged state.
Shut up. Anyway, I'll be staying right here until your stupid parents come back. I'm not leaving until they lend me money. Now, hurry up and contact them. Tell them to hand it over.
Wait, are you inside the house? Oh, now that I think about it, you mentioned earlier that there were no belongings there. How did you get in? I highly doubt my mom would ever forget to lock up.
I took the trouble to come all the way here, but they weren't answering the door. So, I just broke a window and let myself in.
Wow, property damage and break-in. Not to mention your previous record of stealing my wallet. You're a burglar. I'm calling the police.
Calling your mother-in-law a burglar? How dare you? A swindler's child is a swindler, huh? I'm not moving on from here unless you divorce my son. I will also take the money. And I'm going to gather all the disgraceful things you've done to me. All the scams, too. I'm going to sue you for the lot. You deceived me and dared to call me a burglar, so you'll have to pay for your crime.
How selfish can you be? I'm seriously calling the police.
Fine, do what you want. If anyone's getting hauled away, it's you, swindlers. I'm from high class, and just because I'm staying in a low-class family house for a little while, that doesn't make it a crime. After all, your house is practically mine too. Besides, isn't this place going to be empty for a while? Why didn't you say earlier that the stupid people went on vacation? Then don't mind if I do what I want until they come back.
I do mind. My uncle is going to move in soon, so the house isn't empty. Also, you keep calling yourself a parent, but you're not my parent. You're a stranger. So don't just barge into my parents' home like that. If you agree to pay for the window repair right now, I might let it slide. I won't even call the police if you pay for it and get out.
Like I'd ever agree to that. Why should I pay you people? You should just listen to what I say. Hurry up and bring back your clueless parents and pay me. You inferior people, stop making a fuss. Get on with it already.
It sounds like talking to you is pointless. Well then, John will be over there soon.
No, my husband? Why did you tell him? How sneaky of you.
It's not sneaky at all. I just want to have the intruder removed from the house. Oh my, he says it's divorce this time for sure.
Divorce? Are you kidding me? Why suddenly? You made up lies about me and told him, didn't you? Cheater, liar.
All I told him was the truth. After the discovery of the bullying, he didn't divorce you. Because he wanted to keep an eye on you and make sure you stayed away from us. But after this property damage and break-in, he apparently decided he couldn't handle it anymore.
No way! You're saying I'll be divorced? That's ridiculous. You're lying.
Where do you get such confidence? Who would want their spouse to turn into a criminal? Let's get real, Chloe. By the way, I've already called the police.
Hold on. You said you wouldn't call them earlier.
I said I wouldn't if you left immediately. Since you're still there, I made the call. Just behave yourself and don't cause any more damage, or your charges will get worse.
You, remember this. Don't think you can get away with this without consequences.
It's actually you who won't get away with it, you know. You brought this on yourself. Deal with the rest. I have nothing more to say to a criminal. Goodbye. Vivian holed up in the house for a while. After about 30 minutes, she was dragged out and taken away for damaging property and break-in. John demanded a divorce and kicked her out of the house. Currently, she's staying at her older sister's place, getting a reality check, as they put it. By the way, I told my parents about the whole situation. They had actually anticipated her dramatic arrival, which was one of the reasons why they had asked Uncle Pete to stay at their house. They laughed, saying, "Who would have thought we'd resolve things before Pete even showed up?"
Hey, call me when you see this. Don't you dare ignore me. Do it now.
I just saw it. What's up, David? What's so urgent?
Don't play dumb.
Huh?
You just spent my money. You are a thief.
What are you talking about?
Don't act like you don't know. I know you used it. Come clean already. Admit your guilt and apologize.
You contact me out of the blue and make strange accusations. I really don't know what you're talking about. You're making no sense at all. What do you mean I'm a thief?
The money in my account has decreased. You used it.
Excuse me? I don't know anything about that. You spent it yourself. Stop making baseless accusations.
There's no way. When I checked just the other day, there was at least $50,000.
50,000? Hold on, when was that?
4 months ago.
Just before the divorce was finalized. You called that just the other day? So you're saying that I spent it after the divorce?
That's right. Even when we were in the middle of it, you were complaining about everything and took your share of the money. Wasn't that enough?
You know, do you realize that it was your fault to begin with? You had kids and a family to take care of, and yet you got involved with 2 other women. Of course, I wanted a divorce when that came to light, and I made sure to get proper compensation from you. I think that's just normal.
Don't make excuses. Just give the money back. It's bad enough that a thief like you was my ex-wife. The reason I started seeing other women was because you were such a lousy wife, you know.
Whatever. I don't understand what you're misunderstanding. But there's no way I can use your card or account after the divorce. I returned the family card to you,
and you changed the passcode for online banking, right?
You must have used your ex-wife's position to withdraw the money in some underhanded way. You're so money-hungry that you've probably been scheming even before the divorce to be able to take money from me. I'm sure of it.
You really want to suspect me that much, huh? Did you even check the transaction history? If you have a history of such large withdrawals, show it to me.
But there was $50,000 for sure. It would decrease when used, but then it would go back up again. And now, when I look at it, there's not even a trace of that money.
Yeah, I'm sure there was, back in the day. I mean, what do you even learn by working? You graduated from some random university and then just got a sales position at your dad's company. You left all the finance to me, so you have no clue, huh? Well, you thought company money was the same as your own and you could use it as you pleased. Did you spend it all partying with your girlfriends? Did you think you wouldn't get caught doing that?
I'm confused. What are you talking about? What company money? I'm talking about the money in my bank account.
You're an idiot. The account you're talking about, the one with $50K, is for company transactions and collections. I showed you the account with only your personal money when we got divorced, but there wasn't that much money in it. What you're looking at now is probably that one. Are you surprised you don't have as much money as you thought? Your dad must be taking care of the company's finances now. There's no way it's in your control.
My dad?
I can't believe you don't even understand such basic common sense. It's beyond belief. You should have had a decent position as the president's son. I guess now I understand why you've been stuck doing field sales forever. You're good at putting on a show and talking big. Quite amazing to see. That's probably how you managed to have 2 other men. Thanks to showering them with gifts, your savings were close to zero. By the way, you got caught up in various things when divorcing me, and you even got demoted from manager to assistant. Are you still spending money like you never learned?
Oh, I get it now. I finally realized it. I guess I really need you at my side after all.
Excuse me?
I mean, I've been terrible at managing myself. You've been doing it all the time. Now, I realize how much you mean to me. Listen, I'm going to make an effort to be a better husband this time. I'll work hard to make it happen. So why don't you give me another shot?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, really?
I knew it was the right call to quickly divorce someone who talks such nonsense. Even kindergartners are taught to take care of themselves nowadays. To suddenly realize you can't manage yourself now? How old are you?
I'm going to start anew and be serious from now on. Besides, our daughters are still small and they need their father, right?
Small? Calling our middle school and high school daughters small is pretty rude. They're old enough to understand perfectly well what you've done without even being told. Actually, they're more mature than you, so we're totally fine on our own. Thanks for your concern.
Hey, let's get back together as a family.
When I found about the money and suspected you of cheating, who took the initiative and went around telling everyone that I was going crazy from parenting stress? You think you can sacrifice me and just waltz back into the family? If you contact me again, I'm calling my lawyer.
Hey, let me explain myself. We can clear up this misunderstanding.
Even though I had severe ties with my ex-husband's family, I was afraid that he might get his hands on the company funds again due to his financial struggle. I felt sorry for the employees who would have to suffer as a result. So, I reached out to my ex-father-in-law, just in case, to let him know that David sounded to be in financial difficulties and that he should be careful with the company's finance. When I spoke to him, he became irritated and abruptly ended the call, saying that since we parted ways,
He hadn't noticed any signs of trouble with his son. However, my intuition was right. Later, David was caught trying to steal a cash card from his office. When he called to apologize, he told me that David was fired. After all, people can't change that easily, can they? David got the taste of playing around with someone else's money. I wonder if he'll be able to live a decent life from now on. Well, it's not my concern anyway.
The 3 principles on how to be a good wife. You have 5 seconds to answer. Quick. Too late. Time's up. You're too slow. What a slow woman. You're not taking a nap, are you? I'm up. A wife of something or other, right? I've told you 30 times. You must have a hole in your head. I'm sorry. Next time, write it down and pin it on the wall. Memorize it until you can say it perfectly in 5 seconds. What? A wife is not to disobey her mother-in-law and husband. Wives are to respect their mother-in-laws and husbands and not make them do any housework. A wife must give birth to a boy. Oh, it was something like that, wasn't it? I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with it at all, so I couldn't remember it. We're a prestigious family. You can't compare us with those ordinary working-class families. In a prestigious family, this kind of rule is normal. You're taking advantage of the fact that we live separately, and you're the second son's wife, and you don't even try to get close to me and take me for granted. That's not true. Kaden and I were just talking about going home for Thanksgiving. Since you married into my family, I expect you to follow the 3 principles of marriage. It doesn't matter if we live separately or if you are the second son's wife. We may be able to cover the 3rd principle. You finally did it? Yes, ma'am. Of course. It's a boy, right? We don't know yet. What? After making me wait for a year? Make sure to tell me when you find out the sex. There's something more important than the sex. Actually, there were 2 babies in the ultrasound. Huh? Isn't that amazing? Kaden and I were surprised too. I was talking with Kaden about how hard it will be for us to have twins for the first birth, but we're gonna give it a go. I don't care if it's hard for you or not. I'm sure one of them will be a boy. But I told you, we don't know yet. What will you do if you have a girl? I don't know. Are any of your friends having trouble? What? You know, like someone having trouble getting a visit from the stork. I have one friend. The treatment seems to be very expensive, and it appears to be quite challenging. What about it? Nothing. I'm just saying that it would be nice if you could help people like that. If they're in need, they would even be happy with girls. It would be nice if we could help someone with girls we don't need. What a thing to say! It's your job to produce an heir. If a dignified family line dies out because of you, will you take responsibility? My brother-in-law has 2 sons. Kaden is the second son, so there is no need for an heir, is there? Yesterday, my eldest son left our home with his family. What? Really? My husband passed away, and my eldest son ran away. So, my second son, Kaden, has no choice but to become the head of the family. I don't want it to be the second son, but I have no choice. Why did they leave? I don't know. They couldn't just have left so suddenly. That's how it is. Come back and give me an heir. I'll make sure I educate him so that he'll be fit to be the next patriarch. It's too sudden. Kaden has his own work to do. We can't live in your house. He will quit his job and come here. There's an opening at the village hall. I'll ask them for you. Kaden finds his current job very rewarding. He's been entrusted with important work, and he's working overtime all the time. It can't be helped. Things have changed. This is an important family matter. I don't need to ask you which is more important, work or family. You can't just suddenly say that.
What a cocky thing for a wife to say. I don't care if you're pregnant or what, but there's a lot of work to be done here.
I won't be of any help.
That's right. You can have the baby here. You can do the housework right after the baby is born.
My mother's going to come and help me after the baby is born.
What are you talking about? You've married into my family. You have to be prepared to cut all ties with them.
I can't do that.
You've been sitting on your hands just because you're the second son's wife. Think about what's more important. Our family with its prestigious history, or your ordinary working class family. What is it with you? You keep talking back to me like I'm the wife. I'm going to educate you thoroughly, so be prepared. I found someone.
Who?
Someone waiting for the stork.
Huh?
It'll be too late to start looking for someone after they're born. We have to prepare for this kind of thing as early as possible. Now, I don't have to worry if the babies are girls.
Please, don't talk like that.
There's no need to think so much. If they're boys, we'll just raise them ourselves. If they're not, we can give them to someone who wants them. It's not that complicated.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. There is a couple in my neighborhood who got married after the age of 45. They've given up on trying to conceive, but they're very grateful for the opportunity. So, they're asking for them.
Tiffany, this is going too far.
Why do you say that?
Don't meddle. Boys or girls, we're gonna raise them ourselves. We won't give them to another family. Please tell them that we aren't giving them up.
What are you talking about? Girls go off to get married at some point. There won't be anyone left.
You scare me.
Because I'm too smart for you?
I'm afraid of you as a person. If they're girls, give them to someone else. You can't talk about children as if they're property.
What are you talking about? If there were things, you just throw them away. But because they're babies, you would give them to someone, right? But anyway, you're not coming here yet?
I told you we couldn't go there, didn't I?
I want you to come as soon as possible. Did you get the package I sent?
It arrived. What the hell is that good luck charm for? It's not a power stone for childbirth, is it?
I went to a fortune teller for a reading and got the stone. It attracts boys, not unwanted girls.
It's not a good omen. This is just too much.
That fortune teller sells really good stones. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you talked to Caden, Tiffany?
I did. He insists that he can't come because he has to work. I don't have a choice. You're the only one who can come.
What the?
My eldest son's stupid wife is gone, so I have to do everything. My back hurts too. I'm not kidding. Caden has no choice, so you come alone and do the housework. Okay?
Not okay. I'm not even in the stable period yet.
Pregnant women these days overreact. You know, in the old days, whether it was early pregnancy or postpartum, you couldn't take a day off.
Caden told me to take it easy as well. I'm sorry. I don't think I can comply with your requests.
Huh? It's not, I don't think I can comply. It's, I'm going to comply. I'm telling you to come. You're supposed to come running no matter what.
There are 2 babies, so I'm being cautious because of the risks of pregnancy and childbirth.
If it takes that much to stop you, you don't deserve our grandchildren. It can't be helped. Just try again next time.
Tiffany, don't you think you are being too insensitive? It's a life that was finally given to us. Stuff like, give it to someone, or it can't be helped. I can't believe you can say things like that.
I'm the one who can't believe you. Your lack of common sense really surprises me. It's really pathetic that I have to have my heir born from a woman like you.
You say such horrible things. I can't live with someone like that.
Wait a minute. You seem to have forgotten your position. I'm your mother-in-law. You're the wife.
Remember the 3 principles.
I didn't write them down, and I have no intention of remembering them.
Even you are against me.
I'm just saying it's because I think it's crazy. It's like you're really outdated or something.
I've told you many times, we are a prestigious family. We're not outdated. We're traditional. If you don't like it, then leave my son. There's a girl here who's a childhood friend of Caden's. I'll have him marry her.
Are you ignoring Caden's feelings?
It's his fault for ignoring my advice and marrying a woman like you.
Were you born in the 1800s?
The 60s.
You are extremely out of touch with the times. I thought maybe...
What a wife you are! Making fun of your mother-in-law? Your parents must have raised you very badly.
If it were only about me, but to say terrible things about my unborn children and even about my parents, I'm pretty angry with you. But if you say any more, I don't know.
It doesn't bother me even 1 ounce that you're angry. You're just a poor girl from a middle-class family, so back off.
I see. Well, I'll give you at least 1 ounce soon.
Ah, you smart ass. I'll definitely make you break up.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
What's up?
I thought I'd give you that ounce I was talking about before. I talked to my brother-in-law and his wife.
What?
I thought there must be something behind that mild-mannered brother-in-law's leaving. Of course, it's your fault. I think anyone would say it was the right thing for them to leave.
Do you believe that traitor?
Who's the traitor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard my father-in-law left you very little in the way of assets other than his house and forest.
That's right. So what?
You were expecting it, weren't you? A lot of money.
Not really.
So, you sold the whole mountain? You sold it without consulting my brother-in-law. That's why he got angry and left.
Do you think I could do without my inheritance after serving my family so well? I thought I was going to leave the house to my eldest son and his wife and travel all the time. In the end, I didn't end up with much money, and my eldest son and his wife betrayed me. What a mess.
My brother-in-law said he had fond memories of picking berries and wild vegetables on that mountain when he was a child.
What's the use of having a mountain? I don't understand why he was upset when I was just sorting out what he didn't use.
Your husband's will said not to sell it, and you ignored it. That's what your son is mad about.
Huh. My son is so bitchy. Caden is nice to me. I'm sure he'll forgive me and come back.
He won't go back.
Why not?
I would never have thought my mother-in-law would have an affair with another man and get pregnant, and then raise the child as their second son with my father-in-law. It's so appalling, and it's almost refreshing, isn't it?
How did you know that?
Did you think your husband didn't know that Caden had a different father?
Huh? You mean my husband knew?
Yes. Even so, he pretended he didn't know and raised them as brothers without separating them. Your husband was wonderful. He raised Caden while keeping his anger toward you hidden in the back of his mind, so that your children would not know the truth.
I couldn't help it. I had my own circumstances. Back then, my mother-in-law was badgering me, and the stress was so bad.
But that didn't stop you from cheating on your husband in the countryside, where rumors spread in 3 minutes. You have a lot of guts, don't you? That's my mother-in-law. I doubt your sanity.
How did the kids find out about it?
Your husband wrote a letter to my brother-in-law at the end. He told him to take it to his grave.
Then, why didn't he take it to the grave? That's why I say he's a traitor.
He decided it would be better for Caden if he cut ties with you.
Oh no! Don't tell Caden!
He already knows.
Why did he tell him?
He says it wouldn't make any difference. There's no substitute for the fact that his father took good care of him. In fact, he's grateful to him.
Oh, I'm glad. That's good.
See? He's a kind boy.
But not his mother.
What do you mean?
I showed him all the messages. Caden was shocked.
What? You showed him?
About giving the babies to someone else or cutting ties, horrible stuff like that. And he didn't even know about the 3 principles. He was shocked, saying, "What era is she from?" He said, "Our family isn't even that prestigious. What is she talking about?"
I don't believe you. Let me talk to Caden directly.
He says he'll never show his face again. He won't even let you see your grandchildren.
Then who's going to take over this house?
I'm afraid it's over.
I won't be able to show my face to my ancestors by letting it end with my generation.
Isn't there something even worse?
Oh, stop! But you guys, your house now is too small for babies, isn't it? You should come back to my house. Right? That's better.
It looks like my brother-in-law already got a job. We're going to have a growing family too, so we were thinking of buying a condo.
Then I'll be all alone in such a big useless house in the countryside?
Congratulations! You don't have to deal with the hassle of having your family back home and all the noise.
I'll be too lonely.
It sounds like you are very hard on my sister-in-law. I wouldn't be able to stand it. I've only heard a little about it, but I was horrified.
As the eldest son's wife, I had to discipline her strictly.
You must be joking. Nowadays, things like washing clothes by hand and hanging them outside are just way out there. Tiffany, are you sure you are not from the 1800s?
It's the 60s. That's what they did to me too.
So, you're going to do the same thing to your son's wife? That's why your family is growing apart. Whether you were born in the 1800s or the 60s, you have to change your values to fit the times.
Okay, you're right. So please come back with Caden.
That's impossible.
Don't say that.
Yes, it is. I found out the gender.
Which is it?
They're both girls.
No!
See? You're still talking like that.
Caden is our only hope. I'm sure Caden will come back. And also to give me an heir.
I don't care about heirs or noble families. What's important is that the family can live together happily. It's obvious that my daughters would have a hard time in the house with a person like you. I don't know what kind of outdated education you would give to my daughters.
You are young and don't understand anything. This world is a male-dominated society. A woman who hasn't given birth to a man is not accepted.
What time period are you talking about? When do you think it is now? It's you who doesn't understand anything.
Please don't leave me. Come home, all of you. I'll be waiting for you with a feast.
Please don't do that. It'll just be a waste of food.
You can forget about the 3 principles. I won't meddle anymore. Just say hi once in a while.
Oh, right. It was in the 3 principles. You said never to disobey your husband. This is my husband's decision.
Tell Caden. Tell him I'll be waiting for him. Your mother will always love you, Caden. You'll come back someday with a worthy successor, won't you?
I told him. He said there's no point in waiting. He'll never go back to his parents' house again.
Don't be so cold.
I've learned a lot. I won't become a mother-in-law like you.
Don't leave me alone. I'll be too lonely.
It's going to be lively over here.
Make me a part of it.
Tiffany is living alone in the countryside in a house too big for her to live in alone. She has a pension, so she has no trouble making ends meet. I can't imagine how lonely it must be for her not to see her family. I'm sure she personally understands the pressure of being told to provide an heir, so it's sad that she repeated the cycle. If only she had turned that around and become a sensible person, we might have had a different future. My husband was a little shocked, but there are no lies about his memories of his father. But when he saw his mother, he realized that you can't count on blood relatives.
I had my hands full taking care of 2 babies after they were born. To be honest, I don't have time to think about an old woman living in the countryside. I really feel sorry for that she won't get to see such cute grandchildren. But, well, she deserved it.
Pam? What is this all about? Answer me. Do you think you can get away with this by just keeping quiet? Answer it now. I'm your sister-in-law. Show some respect.
I'm so sorry for late reply.
Finally, you replied. You keep me waiting too long.
Sorry, I was doing some chores. What happened?
Oh, you know what happened. Stop pretending that you don't know. Do you think you can get away with this after all this time?
What? I'm sorry. I really don't know what you're talking about.
Are you seriously acting dumb? You're having an affair with Andrew, aren't you?
Having an affair? With your husband? How could that happen?
You tell me. What made you do such an unholy thing as having an affair with my husband?
Oh no, I would never do such a thing. I would never do such a thing to my husband's brother. In the first place, I don't want to do anything that would hurt my husband.
You mean you would definitely betray your sister-in-law?
No, I never said that. There's nothing going on between me and your husband, so that means I didn't betray you.
In fact, you are already betraying me. You had an affair with my husband, and then you're lying straight to my face. What kind of woman are you?
Seriously, what are you saying? I've told you earlier, I swear, I never had an affair. I don't like it when you assume things out of your mind. First of all, why don't you tell me why you're accusing me now? I would like to know what kind of misunderstanding is there.
Wow, really? I saw you with my husband at the train station today.
At the train station today?
I know you are working during the day. I can't believe you took the day off to have an affair in the middle of the day.
Oh, are you talking about around the noon?
So you admit it. Yes, you were chatting with Andrew like a couple. You were flirting with Andrew. Such a hoe.
No, I'm not. Please listen to me. It's true that I took day off today, but that was to go to the hospital near the station. On my way home, I bumped into your husband. We only spent a minute or two greeting each other and had small talk. It's normal to be close as relatives, and it's normal for me to smile when I talk to my relatives.
No, I can tell. It's called a woman's instinct. You had the smile of a woman seducing a man.
No, I didn't. If you are so suspicious, why don't you check with your husband?
He won't tell me the truth if I ask him. He's cheating on me. How can I believe anything a cheater says?
But I am not having an affair.
You look so innocent, but behind my back, you are flirting with my husband. You homewrecker.
I told you, nothing happened between me and your husband.
I'm going to charge your alimony, so be prepared.
I won't pay alimony because I'm not cheating with your husband. David, I know you are busy on business trip, but there's something that we need to talk.
What's wrong? It must be so important messaging me like this.
I might be involved in some trouble.
What? Trouble?
Jane accused me that I'm having an affair with her husband.
What?
It's not true. She's just accusing me.
Yeah, I believe you, Pam. But why is she accusing you?
I bumped into Andrew in front of the station the other day.
Oh yeah, that was around noon, right? My brother actually messaged me that day. He said he hadn't seen you in a while, but he's glad to hear you're doing well.
I see. But Jane saw us having a small talk. I don't know how she interpreted it. She confronted me saying I was flirting with him. She even demanded alimony.
What the hell is that?
It's crazy, right?
Well, I don't know what she's thinking. I'm sure it's tough to get in trouble with you right now. I think you should go back to your parents' house for now.
I guess so. I'll call my parents. I'm sorry to do this to you when you're busy on a business trip.
No, it's not something you should be apologizing for. If I could, I'd go home right now too. But I've got some more work left to do. I'm sorry. If you can, have someone pick you up and stay with your parents. I heard Jane can get out of hand when she lost her temper. I think you shouldn't be alone right now. I'm going to your parents' house after my trip. We will talk it over then.
Okay.
And please make sure you keep all the conversation with Jane.
Oh yeah, that's sure. I'll do it.
Call me anytime if you need anything. I will talk to my brother about it.
Okay, thank you.
Hello? Pam? Why aren't you at home? Where are you?
Did you come to my house?
Of course. You were having an affair with my husband. We need to talk. But how dare you run away?
I've decided to leave house for a while.
What?
Also, I've told you many times, I am not having an affair. I have a husband whom I love very much. So why would I have an affair with someone else? And you think I'm having an affair with my brother-in-law? It is absolutely impossible.
I won't believe what you say. You are a hoe. Don't run away from me. We should talk face to face.
David told me there is no need for that.
Huh?
I told my husband about it.
I can't believe you. I can't believe he's on your side about this too.
It seems there's nothing I can say, so I'll leave you alone. Once again, I'm not having an affair with your husband.
Pam, long time no see.
Hello, Jane. It's been a while.
I heard you had a baby. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just kidding. Did you really thought I would congratulate you?
Are you serious? You still accusing me until now?
Of course. Well, actually, when I heard that you got pregnant, I thought it was a big opportunity for me. So, I've been waiting for you to give birth.
Big opportunity?
David is infertile, right? If that's the case, the child you gave birth to is Andrew's. Now, you have a living proof of your affair. You should get the baby a DNA test right away and prepare yourself.
Jane, this is David. It's been a while.
What?
I was just now next to Pam, so I asked her to give her phone. I just wanted to say a few things.
Oh, hello. You're a sucker, aren't you? Your wife is having an affair with your own brother, and you're still defending her after she gave birth to his child. Do you really want a child that badly? Don't you have any pride as a man? It's a little pathetic, don't you think?
He asked me to tell you, so I will.
What?
I'm not the one who's infertile. Pam is.
Huh?
And Pam gave birth to my child. I'm sure of it.
How can you be so sure? Infertility doesn't mean you can have children 100% of the time, right?
We've been doing fertility treatments for a long time.
What? Really? That means...
Yes, we did AIH. So, I'm 100% sure it's my child.
Oh no! But it doesn't prove that Pam didn't have an affair with Andrew.
About that, I'm just wondering why you want to make it sound like my brother and Pam had an affair.
Because they were meeting up in the middle of the day. She tried to flirt with my husband. I even took pictures of them.
With all due respect, she went to the hospital that day and we have a proof. And my brother was around that area after the meeting with his clients. He also has proof of that. He returned to the office 10 minutes after he finished talking with Pam. There is no way to have an affair, right?
But there's a picture.
I heard what my brother said about that picture. It's a picture of them just standing and talking in front of a train station. You said Pam was flirting with him, but it's not like they are holding hands or anything. From what we see, they are just talking. I don't think that could prove the affair.
But
I think you've accused my brother a lot too, but he can't admit it because there was no affair in the first place. I heard that you two are now living apart, right?
because he is having an affair, what's wrong with confronting a cheater? I'm the one who is right.
You're quite stubborn. We can sue you, Jane.
Sue me?
You are making a big deal about an affair that never happened. Besides, it's been months since you started making a fast for nothing. Do you think my brother did nothing?
Huh? What do you mean? What did Andrea do?
Did you know that it's been 2 days since my brother left your house? You didn't notice that.
What? What do you mean he left?
It seems that he took his time to move his belongings out little by little. The lease on the house will expire next month. Even though you two were living apart, you really didn't care about my brother.
What the hell?
If you don't believe me, why don't you check out his room?
No way! All of his stuff is gone!
Well, now you know that I'm telling you the truth. In conclusion, it was you who was having an affair.
Huh? Excuse me? What the hell? There's no way I would do such a thing. Do you have any proof? I won't tolerate false accusations.
Yeah, I have a proof.
What?
When you started accusing of an affair, my brother had his own ideas about it. He hired a PI, and they already found out everything.
What? PI?
They have all the photos, audio, and the video that clearly shows the affair.
Wait!
The reason you started accusing my wife of an affair? You just wanted to get a divorce in your favor. And get alimony from my brother and Pam, right?
That's not what I was thinking. You're the one who's delusional and trying to rip me off. Stop it.
I'm not delusional. You used my brother's car without permission, and you didn't know there's dash cam in the car. There's an audio recording of you talking to your boyfriend.
Audio recording?
I just got the perfect picture. I'm going to use this as evidence to get a divorce, and I'm going to get a huge alimony. That's what you were saying, right?
Oh no! I can't believe that car had a dash cam.
Well, thanks to the new technology, not only they can prevent accidents, but they can also expose infidelity. Also, your divorce with my brother has been processed.
What?
You slapped a divorce paper to my brother's face when you accused him. He just submitted those papers to finalize the divorce.
What? No! Wait a minute! I'm sorry. I'll apologize. Let's talk it over.
There's still time to wait. I think it's about time that my brother's lawyer came to see you. I heard that your parents are very upset about what happened. They'll be there too.
Oh no! Someone's knocking my front door. Is that the lawyer? Do I have to answer it?
Oh, good timing. Please don't run away. You should talk to them face to face. My brother has moved and found a new job. He also changed his cell phone number and started a new life. Jane will never able to contact my brother again. My brother's lawyer processed to discuss alimony with her. She ranted and raved,
saying that she would not pay alimony and she should be the one to get alimony. However, her father scolded her right away. Thanks to her father, Jane finally agreed to pay the alimony. Jane's boyfriend was also a married man. In the end, Jane also charged alimony by boyfriend's wife. Jane and her boyfriend blame each other for the affair. They had a big fight because Jane's boyfriend wanted Jane to pay his alimony. They ended up breaking up. Jane was cut off from her parents and had to work in the nightlife while continuing to pay alimony. Hey Jake, how are you doing? I have a little favor to ask you. Can you message me whenever you're free?
Hey, Nicole. Sorry for the late reply. I had to work overtime today. So, what's up?
I'm sorry for asking you when you are tired. Can you give me a little more money for this month?
Why? What's wrong?
I have to buy something for the kids. The amount I'm getting now is a little short.
I give you most of my salary to you, right? You mean you want to use the money from our savings?
If you can, that's fine.
How much?
About $500 or $600.
What? That's a lot. Do you really need that much to buy for the kids? Didn't we both all the textbooks and all the things they need around the beginning of the school year?
Some of their stuff gets worn out easily after they use, you know? It's for our kids and they need it. So please?
Still, isn't it too expensive?
Jake, you don't go shopping with me, so you don't know, do you? I know you're busy with your work, so leave the kids to me.
Well, that's true. I'll transfer the money tomorrow during my lunch break.
Thanks. Jake, is this a good time?
Is something wrong?
Hey, can you transfer some money?
Why? You just took 600 out of our savings the other day.
The last money was for the kids, right? Now I have to fix the plumbing. It's going to cost about $1,000.
What? That much?
It's clogged up.
Where?
In the bathroom.
I see. I'll go back to the house this weekend. I'll take a look when I get back.
What? I need to fix it right away. We'll all be in trouble if the bathroom is clogged up. I've already hired a guy to fix it. So, please transfer the money, okay?
Usually, we talk about it before you decide something, right? When you're going to spend big money, you should message me first.
Sorry, I'll do that next time.
Besides, does it really cost $1,000? I think you're getting ripped off.
He said they have to charge extra for the fast service. I can't even cancel now.
Fine. I'll transfer the money tomorrow.
Great. Thank you.
Nicole, where are you?
I'm at home.
Really? What is this?
Jake, where are you? What's the picture?
That's my line. Are you having fun outside?
Having fun? I'm doing grocery shopping.
How is that possible? You left a note to kids that they should eat the food from the fridge. What are you doing? What's this pile of credit card bills? Are you shopping all the time?
I'm shopping for things I need.
You've got branded bags and shoes in your room too. You bought all this in a month when I was busy and didn't come home?
I want those from camping at the mall.
No way. I was right coming back home this weekend. You spent it all on your own luxuries and you were lying all this time.
So you came back home. If you were coming home, You should have called me. It's so cold of you to come home without telling me.
I thought you were acting weird, so I came home without telling you.
Well, did I shop a little too much?
A little? Seriously, I'm disappointed. I'm working myself to the bone every day, far away from my own family. I can't stand that my money is being spent like this.
What?
I can't be with you anymore.
Why are you talking like that?
On the contrary, why do you think I wouldn't? These piles of bills. It's bad, isn't it? How much are you spending? I saw some demand letter in the mailbox too. How is this possible?
But divorce is a bit much, don't you think? You will regret it.
No, I don't regret my decision. I regret trusting you with the money.
Are you really going to divorce me?
Yes, I'm serious.
What should I do now?
Why don't you just pay the credit card bill first? I'm sorry, I can't deal with you anymore. Just be thankful I'm not asking for alimony.
Always pay everything and then divorce me. Please.
No, I can't. Come on. A few months after, our divorce was finally granted. Of course, all the credit card bills will be charged to my ex-wife. I got custody of the kids and I will take full responsibility for raising them. I never dreamed this would happen before, but it was the right decision to divorce that kind of woman. I will now start a fresh life with my kids.
Get out of this house. I won't let you set foot in my house. You have to live on the street.
Miley? What do you mean?
The condo you and your husband Kyle lived in, it's mine now.
What? I haven't heard anything from my husband.
Did he forget to tell you? He's so forgetful.
Is it possible to forget to mention something as important as that? He didn't say anything this morning. Besides, it's impossible for me to suddenly give it up to you.
Wow, it's mine now. You guys don't even talk to each other anymore. That's sad. I'm sorry for you guys.
That's not true, but why?
Our house was falling apart, so we put it on the market last month and found a buyer right away. With the money, I got Kyle to give me a condo. And...
You just built it 5 years ago, right?
Shut up and listen.
I'm sorry, I was in a bit of a hurry. What happened to your house?
It wasn't structurally good anymore. I can't live in a house like that.
That must have been tough. But why didn't you tell me?
You don't explain to people who leave.
What?
From now on, Kyle and I are going to live together. You don't have a place to stay anymore. Why don't you find a homeless shelter to stay at? That would suit you better.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I got interrupted by you earlier. Kyle asked me to kick you out because he wants to break out with you. So, I did what my little brother asked me to do.
What? He wants to break up? Did he really say that? Kylie didn't say it himself, but asked his sister to do it?
That's right. Otherwise, I would have sent you a text.
Suddenly? Why? He didn't act like that.
People never say things like that when they made up their minds.
I can't believe it. Did he say why he wanted to break up with me?
Oh, no. You didn't notice? You have a very big forehead. Your legs are thick. And your ears stand up like an alien. If I had been born with your face, I would be in despair. How could you have lived so long without noticing?
That's a terrible thing to say. I mean, that has nothing to do with it, does it?
It's a big deal. I mean, this is the main reason. Kyle is so handsome. But if he has kids with you, they would be ugly like you.
I do have a big forehead, but I don't think it's as bad as you say. I'm not beautiful, but I'm not hopeless.
It's funny that you don't know yourself at all. My family has a lineage of beautiful girls, and you're trying to destroy it. You should be aware of that. What are you going to do when a child is born that looks like an alien because of you?
Am I that bad?
It's so bad that I have to cover my eyes. I feel sick just thinking about it.
That's so mean.
If you can even tell how ugly your own face is, maybe you should go see an optometrist.
I'm so shocked.
I don't care how you feel. So, you should go and stay somewhere.
Let me check with my husband. I can make such a decision just from a text from you.
Oh, are you doubting me? I'm telling you, it's no use.
Please give me a moment. I think he's at lunch now, so I'll call him.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh? I can't get Kyle on the phone. Why?
Maybe you're blocked. Of course, no one wants to talk to an alien like you. He said he's going to divorce you, so get ready to sign it right away.
I don't want to get divorced. My husband hasn't told me anything.
He's a sweet boy. He can say that he's sick of your ugly face. I'll have to find him a beautiful wife as soon as possible.
I wonder if that's really the reason. Anyway, I'm going home right after work. I'll have to talk to Kyle directly.
Does that mean you're coming to stay the night? If so, it's $300 a night.
It's my house. Why should I pay for it?
It's my house, not yours anymore. Come on, you got to learn that. Are you crazy?
I'm not.
Huh? So you just don't understand what I'm saying. I pity you. You have an ugly face and an attractive figure, and you're dumb. You're at the level where you regret having been born. I don't understand how you can live with yourself.
It's just too much.
I'm only telling the truth. You should go back to your parents' house. Oh, sorry. You grew up in an orphanage, didn't you?
Yes.
A child without a home has no place to go back to, huh? Well, if my child is ugly as an alien, of course I would abandon her.
Please, don't talk like that.
I don't care. Shut up. You're in big trouble. Now what are you going to do?
Are you enjoying it?
Of course. It couldn't be more hilarious.
I just can't agree until I hear it clearly from my husband.
3 hours break will be $100. $300 for an overnight stay. If that's okay with you, go ahead. Did you give up?
I understand. I will pay for it.
What a surprise! You come no matter what.
If I'm going to leave the house, I want to leave after I understand. If I back out like this, I will definitely regret it. Compared to that, $300 is nothing.
You're really annoying. I take back what I said earlier. I don't want to talk to you. So, don't ever come here. I only said that to get rid of you. Why do you take it seriously? Can't you even take a joke? Are you really from another planet?
No way! Miley, please answer me!
Stop calling me again and again! I was watching a funny YouTube video, but you ruined it.
I tried to enter the building, but the manager stopped me.
Of course he did. Thank God we have good security. It's a good thing I told the manager.
What? What did you tell the manager?
I told him that the woman who divorced my brother is stalking me, and that he shouldn't let her in the apartment.
That's terrible. I mean, we're not divorced yet.
The divorce is final. You still didn't understand? You're so dumb.
What?
I've always hated you.
Did I do something to you?
The opposite. You didn't take care of me, and you didn't respect me. You kicked me in the foot.
That's not true. I was happy to be part of your family because I have been alone for so long. I care about you.
You're a real talker, aren't you? Are you giving me some sort of sob story? You're an ugly bitch, you know?
I don't mean to be. If there's something I'm not doing, I'll change.
Do you remember? You didn't lend me any money when I asked you for it last month.
I talked to my husband about it and he said no, so I couldn't lend you the money.
Why didn't you just lend me the money secretly? You were so obedient. And now you're miserable because you got dumped.
I don't think so.
Let's face it. Have you been able to contact Kyle?
Not yet. He's supposed to be done with work, but he still hasn't read my messages.
Have I made myself clear to you? Kyle left you. There's no place for you here. When you understand, go find a place to stay.
I can't believe he's suddenly divorcing me. I won't believe you until I talk to him.
You're so stubborn. I don't have a choice. I'll have him call you.
Are you with him?
Yes, take his call. How's that? Are you convinced?
He said he's really divorcing me, and that we'll never see each other again. But he said he didn't give you the condo.
Sorry, it was funny. I couldn't listen to you from the middle of the conversation. You made me laugh so much.
I'm so shocked. I can't believe he really wanted to break up. So it wasn't your vicious joke.
I'm only telling the truth. If you understand, get out of here.
I'm sad, but I'm leaving. Thank you for everything. I'll get my stuff later.
I took all your stuff out to the trash today.
Excuse me?
I threw everything out. I made it easier for you to move out. You should be thankful.
How could you?
I only threw away worn-out clothes, so don't worry. I took the clothes that still had the tags on them. If you're going to be homeless, you're going to need all of your clothes. Then why don't you go took out from the garbage and take them with you?
I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, good then. I'll give you one last piece of advice.
What is it?
I heard that cardboard is good for sleeping because it keeps the wind out. Why don't you get some boxes from the grocery store?
Cardboard? Thank you for your concern.
I'm not worried about you. I'm just trying to make fun of you. Imagining you sleeping in a cardboard box is hilarious. Like an alien being shipped out.
You've been acting so awful. Do you think people's misfortune is so funny?
It's fun to watch you suffer. I can stop laughing tonight. I can watch this all day.
Oh my god. I have to find a place to sleep. So, if you excuse me.
A park or public bathroom would suit you better.
Well, I guess that's it. Goodbye.
Hannah, urgent! Answer me right away! I'm in a hurry. Don't ignore me, ugly.
It's been a while. How are you?
What are you talking so carefree about? I suddenly needed some money. You're at work right now, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm on my way. So, have $3,000 ready. I'm in trouble because I haven't been able to contact Kyle since he went on an overseas business trip a week ago.
That's not good. But we've cut off all ties, so I have no obligation to lend you money.
Come on! I'm in a hurry, so get ready now. Go wait for me in the lobby of the office. I won't forgive you if it's even a penny less than $3,000.
I can lend it to you even if you come to the office.
Then, I'll make a scene at the office. I'm going to loudly tell everyone that you're stalking Kyle.
Please, don't do that.
I won't stop. If you don't want to be embarrassed, go to the bank right now.
You seem to be in a tight spot. What's wrong? What are you going to do with the money?
I just need money for dental implants.
That's a lie, isn't it? Please be honest with me.
What? Are you trying to say I'm deceiving? You're hurting me.
If you don't tell me honestly, I'll hang up on you.
What's with the big talk?
My husband told me. I know everything.
What? You can just mock me like that? You guys are divorced. You call him husband and you still think you're married to him? That's so funny.
We're not divorced. My husband didn't want to bother me about you. He pretended to be cold and to pretend that he was leaving me. So it was you who was deceived.
What?
We have been living together in a new apartment since a week ago. We're still having lunch together and we're still on good terms.
What's that? Kyle is on an overseas business trip, so there's no way he's in the US. Are you so shocked that you've become delusional?
No. The day I was kicked out, after I hung up the phone, my husband called me right away. He said, "We have a place for you to live, so don't worry."
What?
I thought it was strange because he wanted a divorce, and when I asked him about it, he told me the truth.
What do you mean the truth?
I heard you got addicted to gambling and got into debt.
Well, that's...
And because you borrowed money from a loan shark, you even got calls at the office.
Yeah, that's right. And I got fired. Isn't terrible?
It's not terrible. You caused a lot of trouble. The $3,000 you're talking about now, you're going to use it to repay the debt, right? You're in such a hurry. Did a loan shark come to your house? Well, you got what you deserved, didn't you?
You're such a cold woman. I'm the victim.
Seriously? And I heard you told my husband that the house was foreclosed on for failing to pay property taxes.
You know that much?
But that's all lie. You never bought the house in the first place, and the house you live in was a rented house.
No, it wasn't. I own it. Don't insult me by saying it was a rented house. Where is that kind of proof?
We obtained the registry at the city office. The house you said you built belonged to someone else from the beginning.
That's a lie. A lie. How can you, a complete stranger, get the registry? You can't fool me with your technical term.
You can get it online now. It's a document that shows who the rightful owner is. You can easily get it if you request it. Just Google it and you'll see. It's not really a technical term.
Oh, it's true.
Pretending to buy a house and cheat my husband. And then, with a fake document, you made him a guarantor. It's terrible. I worked as a real estate agent before I got married, so I knew it was fake right away.
Really? I didn't know.
I didn't have a chance to tell you. And I heard that you made my husband pay every time you were behind on rent for the past 5 years.
Well, you found out all about it. If you know what's going on, then lend me the money. Don't you feel sorry for me? A scary man comes to my house every day to collect on my debt. I live in fear every day.
I don't want to. I won't lend you the money. You deceived my husband, and that's fraud. Making false document without permission is also a crime.
There's no such thing as fraud or guilty in a family, is there? Just lend me the money. I'll win big today and get it back.
You got to be kidding me!
What? What's wrong all of a sudden?
I can't take it anymore. I'm at my limit. Do you know how much Kyle was struggling over this? He said he wanted to help you, but didn't want to bother me. He's been struggling alone for so long.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
You are the worst kind of sister to put your own brother through this. If I hadn't noticed, we would have ended up divorcing. You should really feel sorry for yourself.
Well, okay, then that's fine. I will sell the apartment and make money.
How are you going to sell my husband's thing? He just told you that if you don't have a place to go, you can live there, right? I told you that 2 weeks ago.
No, that's news to me. I thought I got it.
Kyle was kind enough to let you live there, and now you want to sell it off without even feeling indebted. You are so wrong. I'm surprised that you think you got it when you didn't even change the registry.
I thought you had changed it.
You have such a positive mind. You're just so crazy. Please learn that the condo belongs to my husband.
I'm not crazy. That's terrible.
Then you simply don't understand what I'm talking about. I pity you. The condo is under contract for sale with a real estate agent. So, you have 3 days to get out.
Isn't that too soon? There's no way I can move out in 3 days. I mean, I don't even have a place to live next.
You kick me out on the same day. If you don't have a place to go, why don't you stay on the street?
Are you trying to get back at me?
No, I'm not. If I don't do this, it will happen again, won't it? I don't want to cause my husband any more pain. He will cut ties with you too.
I don't like it when you say that. There's no way Kyle would abandon me. You're just saying that on your own, aren't you?
That's what my husband and I are saying. My husband says he won't forgive you this time either.
Seriously? Wait a minute. Just help me this one time.
I won't help you. If you think we can save you by crying, you're mistaken.
You know that, don't you? I'm in debt. If I live here, I'll be on the street.
I know, but that's not all. I'll also sue you for tricking my husband into paying the money and for making him sign a fake document to act as a guarantor.
What does that mean?
You're going to be put in a cage. Debt collector won't be able to come to your house and you'll be safe in a cage. Isn't that good?
Isn't that too much? I'll be sorry for what I did. So, maybe you should reconsider the lawsuit. I definitely don't want to get a criminal record.
I refuse. I will also charge you for the rent my husband paid on your behalf. Please work hard and pay it back.
What? I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm seriously sorry. Please don't do this.
Please stop gambling at the casino and work hard to pay us back. I've roughly calculated to be $70,000, so you don't have time to play around. I'm sure you'll be working hard day and night to pay back the money.
Wait a minute. Let's talk for a minute.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Please, give me one more chance. Please.
Then, I'll just give you some advice.
What?
I heard that cardboard is good for sleeping. It keeps the wind out. You can get it at the grocery store.
That's what I said. I'm sorry because I was wrong about everything. Forgive me. I'll get down on my knees and do whatever you want. Just give me one chance to talk to you.
I refuse. Well, I have to tell you something.
Have you reconsidered?
My husband says he loves my forehead. Well, that's it. I'm blocking you.
Don't block me. I'm sorry I was rude to you. What? You don't read my messages? Please. Please don't abandon me. Please save me. Please.
After that, Miley tried to stay in the condo. The real estate agent kicked her out, and she stayed on the street that day in a cardboard box. Through a lawyer, I filed a lawsuit for fraud and forgery of private documents, and Miley was sentenced to 5 years in jail. In addition to the $70,000 that my husband paid, She was also behind in repaying a debt she had incurred by gambling. Since she was behind on her payments, she had to work hard day and night after she got out. If she really can pay them back, I'm going to put her on a tuna fishing boat. My husband and I are expecting a baby. It's a dream come true. We look forward to the day he is born into a peaceful life, without the bother of Miley.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.